Hey guys, so today we are going to be doing a 1 point perspective drawing. This is one that we are going to do for class, so this is just a tool to help you guys do it the best that you can. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is find the vanishing point. Usually this is the point of the drawing that is furthest away from you, which I'm circling right now. It's just the end of the hallway right here, the doorway. So we're just going to sketch that in our sketchbook, make a little rough sketch of it. It doesn't need to be exact just yet, just to get a right idea of what we're going to be basing our whole entire drawing off of. Alright, awesome. So now that we got the vanishing point ready, we can start to look at the floors and where they meet to the vanishing point. So a little trick is to take your ruler and place it on the vanishing point to draw your lines for the floorboards. So we take our ruler, put it on the vanishing point, draw 2 lines out. And it's important to notice that things are getting larger as they get further away from the vanishing point. The closer they get to the vanishing point, the smaller things get. And you can see that in red here with the way that the ceiling is looking. So now we know what our drawing is supposed to look like. We can go ahead and put our ruler on the vanishing point and draw those 2 lines for the ceilings. Again, look over at the picture and see if it looks similar to it. And there you have it. That's a wall, ceilings, and floors. Alright, awesome. So now that we have the basic shape, we're going to move on to the ceiling tiles. And again, it's going to go straight to the vanishing point, these 2 lines that are running the tiles. We look at that, boom, straight to the vanishing point. Love it. Super simple. Once you get the hang of it, guys, you really can't go wrong. Right now what I'm doing is drawing the individual tiling. One thing to note here is that when the tiles get further away from the vanishing point, they get larger. So it's making the illusion that it's further away. Alright, so it's gonna go from closer together, and as we move out, they're gonna get further and further. Basically, guys, we space things out like this just to make the illusion that they're further away in space. Okay, so we'll go back here, and this is for the ceiling tiles. The runners, we'll take it, put it on our vanishing point. It looks about right. Now we're making the ceiling tiles. And again, keeping them pretty close. The closer we are to the vanishing point, the further we move away from the vanishing point, the further the spaces get. Alright, last one in there. Got it. So now that we have that, we'll darken our lines up here. Make everything permanent. And boom, guys, we got a ceiling. Check. So now we're going to move on to the lockers. And this is another thing that is really important to consider the spacing that you have in between the lockers to create the illusion that they're getting further away in space. Alright, so we marked it up. Figure out where we want them to be in a general location. We draw a straight line first. And then we put our ruler on the vanishing point connected to that straight line. And boom, straight over. Do that again with the floor, fit out. So now that we got that, we draw our lines to where we want our lockers to be, keeping in mind that they get closer together as they get closer to the vanishing point. So draw a line, and these are all straight up and down. Another one. And of course we don't stay in the lines ever, so we have to find an eraser. Just get rid of those ugly marks on there. And there we have it. Set of lockers, and we'll add other details to it later. Alright, now we're going to move on to bump-ins. And bump-ins usually happen where there are doors. So I go up next to my locker where the first door is. Draw a straight line up where I think the top of the door is, check it with the vanishing point, make my line with the vanishing point, and bring it straight down. Alright, so now the bumping, all we're going to do is draw a little line in, and then we're going to bring it up and across. And we still got that line there, so we'll erase that. Then we'll just take a little shading, shade it up. And there we have it. That's the door, also called the bump-in. Again, we'll go back to our lockers. Look, it's going straight to the vanishing point throughout the whole thing. So we draw our lines to the vanishing point where we want the lockers to be. And draw a straight line down. These lockers are going to be a lot closer together than the first set that we drew because they're closer to the vanishing point. So we have to keep that in mind. Make our lines. And there we have another set of lockers. Erase it because we never stay in the lines. And we'll start thinking about adding another bump in here or another door. So we'll go up, see how far up we want the door to be. Bring it to the vanishing point, draw a line over. Draw another line straight down. Take your pencil, bump it in, bring it up and over. Erase the line that you had for your vanishing point. Shade that up. So now we're going to do a door on the other side, right here, a good big bump in. So an easy way to do this is to find the other doors that you drew already, just to see in relation how tall you want the door to be. So we make our mic all the way down, bring it to the vanishing point, draw a line over, put a bump in there, take the line. Now I'm just drawing the trash can that is in the photo. Shade that all nice. And then we'll just shade the bump in there. So now that we've mastered the doors and the bump-ins, we'll move on to making windows or posters or things on the wall that have a top and a bottom. Alright, so it's important to know everything's going to the vanishing point, right? So top and bottom are both going there. And the lines that are perpendicular are just straight up and down. So I'm just going to try to judge where I want it to be. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we'll see. Bring it to the vanishing point, draw a line. Bring it to the vanishing point again. And that looks good. Draw a line there. Straight up and down for these ones, guys. Then we'll just clean it up. So once we have that, we can check and make sure it's straight on our vantage point. And just like the bump in, we'll take these, go make some lines here, give that illusion of some 3D to it. Sketch it in, so it looks like it's popping out of the door or out of the wall. So we got that done now. We'll just add a little vent here. Bring it up, go to the vanishing point, bring it back down, shade it in. And there we have it, guys. That's one good looking hallway, if I have to say so myself. From here, once you have, the basic outline of all the features in the hallway, you can add little knobs on doors and just give it your own little flair. After I'm done, I just want to point out everything is going to the vanishing point. We're keeping the spacing. Everything's going straight there. These lines going there. The line at the top of the lockers is all the way through, going straight there. Even the signs on the walls are going straight there. And we'll focus on shading now. So for shading, guys, I just want you to look at the hallway that you're sitting in or look at the picture that you have and just look for the dark areas that you see. and give it a little rough sketch of where you think it's dark. And then after, we'll go in and we'll touch it up with our blending tool. And this is going to give it another form of dimension. I know the bump ins are a linear way to give it dimension, but this is a way we can give it tonal dimension. So we'll take it, give a rough sketch for the low lights. Take our blending tool, use the tip of it, buff it out, sort of make it look nice, get the dimensions, everything's squared away. We'll do it to the doors as well. Blend it in. So now you guys should be pretty much rolling on one perspective. If you have any other questions or if you're stuck, please go back to this video and just give it a watch a couple times through. Pause it if you need to. But that's about it, guys.